Open up for questions for Brant.
Brant, what's your evaluation of the linebacker play?
I think we played pretty well. For the most part, we were flying around and fitting our gaps pretty well. Obviously, hurt losing David due to a controversial call, but anyway, yeah, and that's like I've said in the past. That's football, though. The next guy's got to be ready to step up and come in and play and do just as well as the first guy. But overall, I think we had a great effort. I mean, but we just couldn't pull it off. So
did it hurt not to have Bruce available in terms of his experience and playing in big games, that type of thing?
We want as much depth as we can get. Yeah, I mean, and Bruce is a heck of an athlete, and yeah, I mean, we would love to have him in there.
Can you talk a little bit, I guess, your evaluation of your own performance on Saturday and kind of what you saw, what you kind of feel like you need to improve upon?
Personally, I think I'm waiting up too much. I'm hesitating a little bit with tracking running backs and stuff. I've just got to let it go and just have at it. A couple mental mistakes here and there, but for the most part, I mean, I think it was all right. Obviously, it's not where I want it to be, but there's always room for improvement. But you know what? There's always this week. So coming back this week and just trying to focus on getting as better as much better as I can. So.
You mentioned it, like being a step late or something. Is that a lack of certainty in what you're doing, and is that still kind of something that everybody's kind of getting more and more confident in their roles?
Well, sitting back in the air conditioner, you can say, I should have done this or I should have done that. But when you're in the game, it's a completely different perspective. And yeah, I mean, it's always easy to say it from hindsight that I should have done this or that. But I don't know. I've just got to let go and play harder. That's ultimately what it is.
You mentioned, and Henri mentioned, Coach Johnson mentioned, like mental mistakes. How do you fix that?
Well, I mean, I wish I could tell you. I mean, we practice every single day, and sometimes guys we lose focus. I mean, especially from a defensive standpoint, running against a tempo offense. That's what tempo's supposed to do. It's supposed to throw you off mentally. It's supposed to confuse you with your communication, and I guess that's just what happened. Guys make mistakes out there, and you try to identify them from the previous week and really focus on them throughout the next week and see if you can correct it there. So I guess you just look at the little ones and little things, little details, and just try to correct them as best as you can and focus on making it better the next week.
You play a team this week that's known for trick plays and kind of trying to make you look left when the play's on the right, those
right.
kind of things. Mm-hmm. How do you address that too when you have just kind of basic mental mistakes too and against more simple formations?
I think this week we can keep our eyes where they need to be. I think we've got a pretty good plan set forward for it. But it's going to be about eye discipline and not worry about what's going on in the backfield. Because ultimately we have one responsibility, and it might change with something. Some things might change with motions, some might not. So as long as we just as a linebacking core, as long as we just keep our eyes and focus where it needs to be, I think we'll be fine. Everything else will take care of itself.
You mentioned throughout a fall practice that you were liking the scheme change. Mm-hmm. 2 games in, what do you think of it?
I mean, I still like it. I think it's lived up to what it's supposed to be. It's still aggressive. I think it fits my style of play. I like playing downhill. I like being physical. So, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm disappointed in the defense, because I'm not. We've just got to correct a couple mistakes here and there, and it all solve itself, I think. So.
Obviously, you're only 2 games into a 12-game season and a new scheme and all that. But I'm curious, just from what you see and maybe from what you saw, when Coach Woody's shown you, here's what we did it out. Like how do you feel like there's a long way to go still before you're really playing as a unit where everyone's doing the right things and applying the ball?
I mean, we're our own team. We looked a little bit at, but I mean, I don't know. We just got to, I mean, I think we're doing just fine with it. I mean, it's just, I don't know, we've got just work to do. I don't know.
I mean, I would think that just because it's new, like, I was talking with guys that when Coach Woody was at, I would say, like the first year, and they were talking a lot like growing pains, because everyone's doing it the first time. I think it's almost kind of natural that you're going to be making mistakes at first just because it's
yeah,
new.
I mean, defense is defense. It overlaps. Cover 3 is cover 3, and cover 6 is cover 6.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to find that relation. You got to find the translation from last year to this year. And if you can't do it, I mean, you're just gonna. I mean, we're 2 games in. We've had a whole camp and a whole spring practice to get it going. So, I mean, mistakes are mistakes, and there's no excuses for it really. So.
More for Brent?
Have you kind of talked to the team, your senior captain of the defense side, kind of what's your role this week in terms of making sure that you don't get beat twice by USF?
Right. Well, I mean, that's the whole goal, is not focus on last week, and that affects us none. Yeah, we would have liked to went down there and got the win, and that would have been really good momentum going into our first conference game. But that's exactly what we're focused on ultimately, is the conference schedule, and really not worried about anything else. We're trying to get to Charlotte, and that's the mentality. So we're going to take it for what it is. Yeah, we went down there and lost. We should have won the game, but it is what it is. And so we're going to look at it and correct our mistakes and just run with it and use it as a lesson to work forward and just to get better.
You mentioned David before. I imagine he's probably bummed out he's not going to play for half against Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Is like kind of what's your sense of where he is, and then also just as far as Bruce coming in to fill in for him?
Yeah, I mean, Bruce is going to have to step up this week. I mean, that's just how it is. If David can't play the first half, then the next guy up. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to have to really work on what we're trying to install this week and get it right and play just as well as David played it last week. So.
Do you have more of a comfort level with Quez or Bruce playing next to you?
No, I mean, we're a whole group. We're down with each other. It's all good. I don't prefer anyone over the other. In my eyes, it's all the same. We all play hard, and we all get after it, and we're all going to make mistakes, and we're all going to do good things. So we're a group. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I prefer one over the other.
With the
Last one.
5th double-digit loss now in the past 2 seasons, how do you guys make sure this doesn't happen again?
I mean, that's what I've said the whole time, is just get better from last week. I mean, our last, 5 out of 6 away games we've lost. We've been up by double digits. Yeah. So, I mean, we've just got to learn how to finish ultimately. We get up and we've just got to break that spell of what we've shown in the past. If we can do that, I think we'll be fine.